A very warm welcome to all of you. Today we are going to talk about the consistency. The consistency is something that is the attribute or a kind of ability in human being that maintains a human being a certain level of performance, a certain level of behavior and attitude in reliable and predictable manner over a period of time. Consistency leads to the good habits. Consistency requires some of the codes, like some of the codes and the you can say the comments has been made about the consistency by the learned people. Let us talk about them as well. Why don't we leave these comments? Let us talk about them. So the consistency requires to be as ignorant today as you were a year ago. Why is it so? Why is it this quote? Because, like, when you ask a person, like, why you're not consistent, why you're not making the consistent efforts every day and each and every morning, then he will or he or she will tell you that he or she is not having the motivation for doing the work every day. Why the motivation lacks? Because of the ignorance part. And like for subject, for example, if you have understood one topic today, then after 2 days if you were asked to revise that topic, then you will be having the lack of motivation and you will not be that much of consistent about making your efforts. Why is it so? Because you think that you have known that topic. You are not as ignorant as you were the some days ago. So that's what the difference makes. You have to bake, you have to be that much of ignorant as you were a year ago or before some years. Then only you will be having a kind of thing like, I am going to be a consistent player. This is the quote. And consistency is something that is the foundational value of building the trust. Let's talk about the advantages and the importance of that consistency. What is something that is important for the consistency? Why the consistency plays an important role? The first thing is it is the foundational value of the trust. Trust building can only be developed over a period of time. When you are consistent by your words, by your actions, by your behavior, then the trust is going to be built in some colleagues, in the society and all. The trust and reputations are two words. Trust is the measure of the confidence in individuals, and the reputation is the measure of the confidence of the society, of the number of people in one individual. So this the trust is can be built over the period of a time, and that comes from the consistency only. Let's talk about the good habits. Good habits can only be developed by the consistent efforts. It may be possible like you're not performing more units of the work, like you are performing 2 units of work per day, but if you do it for 10 days consistently, then you will get 20 units of time, 20 units of work. And that's the power of the consistency here. It builds the good habits, and then the task is going to be very smooth if you are having a kind of habit of that task. Let us talk about the third and thing, that is resilience. Resilience in the consistency is playing a very vital role. When you are having seen the drawbacks, and when you see the obstructions, when you see the different problems in your lives, and when you're going is tough, then the consistent person will arise and come back soon and very fast as compared to other people. So this is the resilience part, and it improves the efficiency of the person. It for getting any of the long-term success, the consistency plays a very important role. If you are not consistent, then you will not be able to get the long-term success. Even if you can get the short-term success, but not the long-term one. Let us talk about the disadvantage part of the consistency as well. For example, if someone is doesn't have this quality, that doesn't have this attribute, then what are the something that may harm him? What is something that he lacks? So unpredictability, like there is an student who has not studied throughout the year, and who is going to appear for the exams before studying just for 2 or 3 days, then it will be very unpredictable. He may or may not score well. This is the unpredictability come because of the likeness of the consistency. Let's talk about the wasted efforts. his efforts are made, but they are inconsistent. Because of the inconsistency, the efforts are made, but they will not be converting into the fruitful results. And you may miss the different opportunities because of the lack of effort, because of the lack of the inconsistency. Let us talk about the loss of credibility. Inconsistent behavior definitely gives you the loss of credibility. The people will not rely on you. People will not trust on you. So the consistency is very important, in my opinion, in our lives, and we should definitely incorporate this in our behavior, in our character, and that's what it is. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.